we ain't comparing 10 years ago to now. We damn sure ain't comparing Gonzalez to PSG. Let's not do that. I mean, we need, what's up, King say, we need to keep it what we see. What we see is the New England Patriots playing against the Seattle Seahawks in this Super Bowl. These teams have some similarities, and in some cases, all I'm gonna say is the fact that I agree not to compare Gonzalez. I mean, like, I heard so many different takes, and I'm sitting there just shaking my head like, where in the world are these people coming from, and why are they comparing? Why are they comparing 10 years ago to now? I mean, in other words, that shows me that you ain't been watching Seattle and you haven't been watching New England. Matter of fact, I asked somebody yesterday on the show, have you been watching Seattle? I mean, have you been? Yeah, I saw Sean Payton fired his offense coordinator. I saw a whole bunch of things. Joe Brady was hired by the Buffalo Bills. And we're going to cover all that today, Apostle. I can promise you that. We're going to cover all those things on the panel today. Pat's D tackles are better. Jeff, what's going on? I mean, I'm telling y'all right now. I want everybody to understand that these defenses in this Super Bowl, they're even. The New England Patriots defense is playing lights out right now. Seattle defense been playing lights out pretty much the whole year, unless they was playing the Rams. Then they couldn't stop nobody. But with everybody else they played, they have the potential of just literally shutting you down. But they made a lot of mistakes in the playoffs, and they will make a lot of mistakes in the Super Bowl. And that's what's going to make this. So this is going to come down to the offensive lines. And believe it or not, the quarterbacks. I said it. I said it in the playoffs. Y'all heard me say it. If you either can run the ball, you got to run the ball, you got to stop the ball. You got to have quarterback, and you got to have defense. That's the way you're going to win playoff games. And when all these things come together, and both teams are showing you that they can do that, because y'all can right the ship and stop signing off on Sam Darnold's demise. Because I'm telling you, Sam Darnold is not who you think he is. He's not the guy he used to be. Sam Darnold playing with a lot of confidence right now, and you know as well as I know. You ever played your little brother in sports? Once he get confidence, he hard as hell to beat. I'm just telling you right now, when a player gets confidence, they're hard as hell to beat, because now they're not out there playing with fear. So I just wanted to say all that. Adam wants a ring. He needs to leave Buffalo. Joe Brady was not a bad idea. Yeah, I gotta say, Justina, right now, Sam Darnold is playing better, especially in the passing game, than Drake May. This is a lot on Drake May. Second-year quarterback. I don't care how good you may be. I mean, I saw Joe Burrow in the Super Bowl his second year. Joe Burrow, he was playing really good football. I didn't seen a lot of second-year quarterbacks in the Super Bowl, and they do really well. This is a lot of pressure on him, because at some point it's going to come down to him. And so far, he's made the play. We got to give him credit for that. He's made the play, but so have Sam Darnold. So I'm just saying, this is the big game. All right, so for you guys, before I bring up the panel, for you guys that don't know, okay, both of these teams have to experience something that they haven't experienced before. Now, the coaches can help them with this. But during the Super Bowl, they have to be available for media pretty much every day, all day. This is not something that you're gonna be. You got your family members wanting tickets. You got all these different things. It's got so many distractions. It's so many things going on. You can't even concentrate on football. Whatever coach and staff can pull their team to the side and say, "Hey, this is still a football game going on here." Do you allow your team to go out? Do you allow them to be entertained? Do you allow them to not have a curfew I mean, all these different things go into who wins the game. Do you think I'm lying? And ask anybody who's seen somebody in the Super Bowl over and over again. These things matter, and that's gonna play a role in it. You ain't got to worry about injuries. You ain't got to worry about none of that stuff because all these guys are gonna heal. If you halfway hurt, your ass is gonna be out there because you want to play in the Super Bowl. This is the must. This is the must. This is for the big trophy. And you can't assume because Drake May in one case and Sam Darnold in another case, you can't assume, oh, they got here, they'll get back. You can't assume that because let's be honest, Dan Marino got to the Super Bowl his second year and he never went back. I mean, so you can't assume that they're going to come back. So you got to win now. You got to win now. New England, you there? Nobody expected you to be here. Win. Seattle, you there? Nobody expects you to be here. Win. Somebody has to win this game. But I'm just sorry. I'm sorry for the takes that I hear comparing this team to the last Super Bowl New England won versus Seattle. I'm tired of all those takes comparing players to it's you. Listen, when I gotta say this, and this has nothing to do with New England or Seattle. But when Lattimore came into the league, his first year, he took the league by storm. This guy got all kinds of interceptions and this, and then everybody was like, he's the next Deion Sanders. He's this, he's that. And then you ain't hear nothing else about Lattimore from that point on. I mean, so we're going to stop trying to put players up here because it's a difference between a great player and a great season. Some players have great seasons. And we try to put them in the Hall of Fame. Let's let these guys develop. I mean, I believe Drake May is going to be one of the best. I truly do. But we don't know that. This is just his second year. We can't say who's going to do what right now. Because right now, both of these teams and some of these players are having great years. But that doesn't mean that they're going to consistently be in that category. Because believe me, there's a lot of players that we talk about all the time. Bo Nix, when we can say Bo Nix is going to be one of the best. We can say that because although Bo Nix is still developing, we can say, okay, Bo Nix may be one of the good ones. We don't know if he's going to be consistent, but we do know that he had a great year. I mean, and when I say a great year, is he led his team to the AFC Championship. Now, did he light it up in numbers? Is he an MVP candidate? No, he's not. Neither is Trevor Lawrence, but they damn sure got him. That some people gave Trevor Lawrence votes. I don't know who those people were. Must have been from Jacksonville, but it is what it is. These are the things I'm trying to get you guys to understand. Let's not take a player so far. Like we are so excited. Now Drake May is freaking Tom Brady. Drake May is not Tom Brady. I mean, that's not comparing apples to apples, guys. Now, I'm gonna get ready to bring up a panel here. We're gonna talk about all this stuff. We're gonna talk about some of these coaches, Dayball going to Tennessee, and we're gonna talk about all these different things. But we're going to start out talking with these damn comparisons. I don't understand what's going on. Maybe you guys can come up here and explain it to me. There's some of the stuff that I'm hearing on TikTok is just literally giving me a headache because I'm saying to myself, are we talking about football? Are we talking about who you like? What are we talking about? Because some of these takes just don't make any damn sense. So let's get the panel up here, guys, to help me out because I don't know what the hell they're talking about. I'm just being honest. Hold on. Let's get some of these guys up here. A-Train, what's happening, brother? A-Train.
Yo, what's up, Swag?
I was listening to you guys.
Yeah, this is nasty work, right? Comparing a Tom Brady and Drake May and comparing PS2 and Christian Gonzalez. This is dirty work, Swag. What's going on around here?
No, I agree, A-Train. I think the Tom Brady comparison is just over the top until he went to the Super Bowl.
Yes, Cody, you come on. I was asking. So yesterday, first of all, First of all, yesterday, I want to say thank you to all of you guys, and thank you for Cody for running a good show yesterday. Cody did a hell of a job yesterday. And you guys helped so much. Y'all made my show this pop yesterday. I couldn't really talk, but I can hear a lot of it. And I was like hearing some of these takes. I mean, all you guys had some great takes. Coach came on, he had some great takes. So I really want to just put a shout out to Not Move Podcast and all the guys that was a part of it for helping me run the show yesterday. Because like I said, I couldn't be on the show. But some of the takes I heard on my show yesterday was just I was like, I literally heard somebody compare Gonzalez to PS2, and I was like, no.
The exact statement was that he was widely the second best corner in the league behind Patrick Surtain. And I'm going to be honest, I think even if you were going off of just this year, it was no. And if you were going off of what we've seen in their careers and putting that in I guess what you would say is recency, right? Going off of the past 3 years, collecting the data, still no. I still think if you're going off of just this year, PS2 was better than Gonzo. Joey Porter was better than Gonzo. There's, I know we watched him get cooked, but Witherspoon was better than Gonzo. And if you're going off of the past 3, PS2 and Stingley were better than Gonzo in the past 2 to 3 years.
Mm-hmm. And it's really not a knock on Gonzalez. Gonzalez has had a hell of a year.
He's a good corner.
I mean, like the guy is gonna be one of the greats. I guarantee you that. I can literally lay that down. But that's what I'm saying. I don't want to let these guys develop and become that. Let's not, as a fan base, we try to push a guy a little bit further, and it's a great talking point. Or let's just say, let's compare. I don't like to compare players at all. Y'all know that. I just don't. I mean, but
yeah, well, it's not. It was.
Go ahead, Coach.
Go ahead, Coach.
He must have another phone call. So I'm just. I don't like to compare players at all.
Yeah, that's like.
But some. Go ahead, Apostle. Go ahead, Apostle.
Like comparing apples to oranges. Come on, guys.
PS2 has way more experience. He has. It's just PS2. He's established. We already know what PS2 brings to the table. Some cornerbacks, we already know what they bring to the table, so we shouldn't compare. And why? Gonzalez is a totally different cornerback than PS2 anyway.
Right.
So, in Gonzalez realm, Gonzalez is one of the best out there. We can't take that from him. But what we're saying is, and I see a lot of people always saying, well, so-and-so got beat. Every damn cornerback has been beat. I mean, I'm telling you, that's why if you're a cornerback and you've never been beat, how you learn then? You're only going to learn by getting beat. I mean, so and I don't care if you get beat. I always watch cornerbacks like this. If a great cornerback get beat, and I know Coach knows this, I know Ryan knows this, I know Kinsey probably knows this because he studied. Cody definitely know it. Not Move, JB, all these guys know it. We saw a matchup once between Jerry Rice and Deion Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And Jerry Rice beat Deion Sanders. And when he beat Deion Sanders was so stuck to him when Jerry Rice caught the ball. Deion he got up looking like, I can't believe you caught that. And we just saw a great receiver beat a great cornerback. But how many of us said, oh shit, Deion got cooked? He got cooked by one of the best damn receivers in the league.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
even in that I forget what, I think it's 2012, but that season that they like to point out, if you go back and watch those Revis Island games, there's games where he got beat on routes. And either the quarterback just didn't see it, or it was a good play by Revis. There were routes that he got beat on. We're not perfect. Every corner is going to get beat. It does not matter how elite you are, and it does not matter. I mean, look at Patrick Surtain, rookie year. Devontae Adams goes inside, sticks his foot in the ground, goes outside, leaves him for a game-winning touchdown. That guy's the best cornerback the NFL has to offer right now.
And here's what's crazy. When those corners are beat, I'm going to watch how they come back. How they come back after somebody beat them. Are they going to come back timid? Or they're going to come back not sure of themselves, or they're going to come back saying, okay, that was Devontae Adams who beat me. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I gotta tell y'all this story, y'all, and this is a true story. And this I know for a fact happened. And I know you guys remember Jake Reed. Y'all remember Jake Reed?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, so Coach, you're gonna love this story too. So a good friend of mine, Sean Wallace, he played cornerback for Southern University. At the time, his rookie year, Jake Reed's senior year. Aeneas Williams was the other cornerback in Southern University. Sean and Aeneas were good friends. I was good friends, so I got to meet all those guys. They tell me a story, and they say Sean is a freshman, and Sean was what we call he was the wild card. He never really played the defense. He played the ball. Like, so in other words, he was very aggressive, even though the defense may not call him to be that way. So they getting ready to play Jake Reed the night before, and they go to Sean and they say, Sean, you know what? You're guarding probably one of the best receivers in the SWAC right now. This dude is going pro. Yeah, and Sean is playing around and he's jumping around and he's excited, and everybody say, you need to sit your ass down. You need to sit down, shut up, and listen. You playing fucking Jake Reed tomorrow. He said, this ain't no joke. This is not something we're gonna play. If you can't guard Jake Reed, we're going to lose. Aeneas is not gonna guard Jake Reed. You are. So you need to stop playing these games. Jake Reed torched him for like 8 catches, 130 yards, and 2 touchdowns. I mean, so and Sean, I consider Sean one of the best cornerbacks that you guys never seen. And I'm saying to you guys that when a receiver can torch a cornerback, that's going to do one or two things. It's going to just totally take him completely out of his game forever, or it's going to make him better. And when a cornerback gets beat, guys, I want to see how they come back.
Right.
Gonzalez came back in that game and act like he never got beat.
Yeah.
So I like that. I mean, I'm like, okay, well, he got me. I don't know why people think that, oh my God, he got beat. You in the professional world, these guys are good too.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
you can't sweep it to the side.
You know who else did that this playoff, Swag?
Who's that?
I know we've given the Eagles their hardships. You know who I'm about to say. Quinyon. Quinyon. It's overlooked because they ended up, well, not really, but it's a little bit overlooked because he had, 2 picks in that game? But that first drive, DeMarcus Robinson beat him twice. Bad.
And Coach, would y'all agree that some cornerbacks that face some receivers, that cornerback just can't do nothing with him. That receiver has their number. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I want to get into a conversation about a matchup that I want to talk about. I really want the panel to talk about with me. I want to talk about JSN. The Seattle Seahawks said, okay, I got something for you, Rams. We're going to move JSN around. We're going to put him in the backfield. They stole that JB from Kansas City, by the way. I'm just telling you right now.
They did.
Oh, yeah.
So moving their receiver around, jumping them in the backfield, making him run routes out of there, so it's hard to see. I love what they did. I'm asking Kingsay and all you guys, y'all, let's talk about this. Because me and Kingsay was kind of talking about it last night. Do you put Gonzalez on the island with JSN?
No.
That'd be crazy. That'd be stupid.
I don't think.
Kingsay laughing.
I can't say if you know I love you. You know I love you, brother, but
Cody, what was he rated the most out of Oregon? His man coverage, right?
And and if you heard me talk yesterday, you'll know what I said. I said of all the corners in the league, he was ranked 13th among corners in man coverage specifically. However, this does not exclude corners that haven't played a certain amount of snaps. If you are excluding those guys, he's probably anywhere from 6 to about probably 10. He's a top 10 man coverage corner, right? As good as that is, with the way that the game is played today, and the amount of leniency that they give towards the offensive side of the ball, we all know that the game that is played today, is very offensive tuned. It is geared towards big plays, and it heavily favors the offense. With that being said, I don't think with an elite receiver, doesn't matter who it is, I would not leave them on an island.
Shit, I'll put Marcus Jones on JSN.
I mean, but the thing is, I wouldn't call, in my opinion, I wouldn't call JSN elite yet. I wouldn't call him elite yet. He's proving it right now. You're putting him in the category of Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson? Is he in that category?
So when everybody's category of elite is subjective, correct? I would classify elite in most categories as the top 5 and or anywhere of, and maybe of 1 or 2 other guys outside of that. In my opinion, receiver for receiver, Jamar and Justin are number 1 and 2. I think Puka after this year is the solidified 3. He's gone above AJ and CeeDee Lamb for me. I'd be willing to argue JSN is sliding into that 6-5 spot and is in the elite category.
That's not crazy.
But look, here's my whole thing, right? And I wanted to touch on this when Swag was talking about letting guys develop and stuff like that. It's this microwave bullshit ass society we live in now. That's what it's this microwave bullshit society that motherfucker had one good game and all of a sudden he's an all-time great. Motherfucker had one good season and he's a fucking Hall of Famer, one of the top that ever did it. Like, no, we have got to stop this shit, man.
It's not bad to put JSN 8 though.
No, but listen, we have got to stop this shit. Can we just appreciate what the fuck the person is doing this season and let them and watch and enjoy their fucking careers? Like, dude, this shit drives me crazy. It's like I don't even like talking to fucking young people about sports.
Cody, he's definitely top 8.
I don't even like talking to them. I'm gonna start treating sport talks like fucking clubs. If you ain't fucking 40 years or older, you can't talk to me, dog. Like some of this shit, some of these young, no, not you, Cody. Some of this shit, some of these young people say, like you said.
He was the one that said it.
Yo, you got people right now. No, listen. You got people right now that are putting, no, I'm not talking about Cody. Cody said 6, 7, whatever. You got people right now that are saying JSN is the best receiver in fucking football.
Yeah, that I don't agree with.
Why are we listening to that, though?
No. Listen, you have people right now that are saying that fucking Drake May, they're comparing Drake May to fucking Tom Brady.
It's not crazy.
He had one good fucking season.
It's not crazy. It's not crazy.
That one's crazy.
No. Listen, we have got to stop the bullshit. I told y'all before. I hold the people on these panels that know ball and I have conversations with. I hold y'all to higher standards than I hold First Take, fucking Undisputed. I hold y'all to a higher standard. Why? Because you don't have no sponsor dictating what you can and cannot say. You don't have no producer telling you, no, you can't bring up that topic. No, don't talk about that talking point. No, bring this up. No, push this narrative. We do not have that. So we should be able to be objective, non-biased, and straightforward and say what is real. JSN is having a great season. And that is the fuck it. Leave it right the fuck there. He's having a great season. That is the fuck it. Why are you comparing him to somebody like Jettas who has put in 5, 6, 7 years of work because you having a great fucking season? Fuck no, you're not a Jay Jettas yet, bitch.
That's why I'm not putting him in that conversation yet.
No, not you, Cody. Boy, Cody, if you swiping through these panels, dog, you hear the most outlandish shit.
I'm not going to switch the topic of conversation, but Coach, I was on one late last night, and they told me that Richard Sherman, and I quote this, was a system cornerback.
Damn. Yeah.
Hey, yo, and now hold on. Yo, listen, and that's another thing, right? And listen, and I hope, how many people? We got 51 people. We got 8 on the panel. We got 51 in the chat.
Good
Let me
math,
explain
good math.
something to y'all.
Yeah.
Check this out. And I'm going to say this from the cheap seats. Every fucking player in the fucking NFL is a system player. Everybody plays in a fucking system. Everybody does. Nobody goes
Blood
out
pressure.
there and draws up plays in the fucking dirt like fucking recess at lunchtime. Nobody is doing that.
I was just trying to
Everybody
find out
in the
what that
system.
meant.
Everybody's in the system. Everybody's in the scheme. Everybody.
Here's the thing. I'm drafted. When I'm drafted in college, Cody, this is the crazy thing to me. When I'm drafted in college, I'm drafted because I can fit the scheme.
That team system.
like it's not just.
Let's be real, right? If I'm just gonna throw it in hypothetically. If the Ravens were gonna run the exact same scheme that they've been running for the past 4 years, and for some odd reason Lamar Jackson was to retire today, and they were gonna draft a quarterback next year, if they plan to run the exact same thing, do you not think they try and draft a mobile quarterback?
Well, that's exactly right. So that's why I'm telling you. And Coach is right. And I'm telling y'all right now, I'm gonna call it right now, Coach, because that's how tired I am of it. It's y'all responsibility, right? It's y'all responsibility, A-Train, to get people like that and put them in their place. Because what happens is, if I come on this show every single day and I say, yeah, if I say the NFL is rigged and I say it every single day at the same time at 9 o'clock, eventually people gonna believe that. Like it's real simple stuff. Robert, what's going on,
Yo,
man?
we have to be better. Yo, we got to be better than these other. Listen, I done had conversations with everybody on this panel, a couple of brothers not on the panel. No, listen. And listen, some of you brothers I honestly respect, honestly expect, and I love talking to y'all because, like I said, I don't know everything about football.
Mm-hmm.
I keep on, I don't know everything. That's what I always said, what makes me a great coach is knowing that I don't know anything and I can continue and I'm learning each and every day. I learn shit from my players. I learn shit from 5-year-old kids. 5-year-old kids to say something. I'm like, yo, you know what? You're right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what makes me a great. That's what makes me a great coach, knowing that I don't know everything. That's why I'm a great coach, because I know I'm still learning. I'm still learning. My knowledge of the game is still growing each day, and I appreciate a lot of the conversations I had with pretty much everybody on this panel. I've had actual football common sense, logical, non-biased conversations about football and a lot of times, sports in general. But these motherfucking casual idiots, dog, we have got to rake these motherfuckers out and shut them down because this shit is getting irate.
Yeah.
This shit is getting irate.
Hey, Coach, I got something I want to ask you guys. Y'all listen up. Can anybody tell me, Coach, you can't say nothing. I'm just cutting you off. You can't say anything. Can anybody on this panel tell me who Vince Ferragamo was?
The belt dude, the Ferragamo belt. That's the dude that made
Can't say
belt.
trying to be funny.
Who?
Vince Ferragamo. Robert, anybody on this panel, can y'all tell me who that is?
Nah, I can't.
Anybody?
Can't say it's hilarious though.
No.
All right. So Vince Ferragamo was the starting quarterback for I think 2 years, Coach, if I'm not right, for the Rams. He took them to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Because Pat Hayden was their starting quarterback. And he took over for Pat Hayden. And Vince Ferragamo almost beat the Pittsburgh Steelers, Cody, in the Super Bowl. We knew nothing about him. He had one of the greatest seasons that anybody can ever say. Who is that? Somebody got some.
Y'all showing y'all age right now, man. This is bad.
What I'm trying to get y'all to understand is back then we wasn't finna make Vince Ferragamo all world.
Yeah.
Because he had a great season. We weren't gonna do that. And Vince Ferragamo really was one wide open receiver away from upsetting the Pittsburgh Steelers in the Super Bowl. This is why we say it now. You know why?
At first he was. Then we pulled away. Remember the final score was 30. I think 34-19 or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, that's
he pulled away at the end.
Yeah.
He fought so hard in that game. But you know what? I proved the point. How many of y'all remember him? Coach remember him. Nobody else. You can say, oh, well, it was back in the days. No. You ain't going to know anything about Vince Ferragamo because he really just had 2 good seasons. That's it. Nothing else.
I mean, you can – there's countless examples of that, though, Swag. Like, I mean –
I know we can. That's why it's our responsibility to get people, if you're going to talk about football, to say, listen, don't try to make everybody a damn all-time great. It doesn't work that way. All-time great means A-Train, you can agree with this, every single year, we almost can count that some players are going to be at the top of their game every single year.
Facts.
I mean, like it's we know that. We don't even have to say their names. We know who they are.
Like Swag, like I said at the beginning of the season, and people need to understand this. You can be playing better ball at the time and not be better than another player. You can be playing better ball. Like I told everybody, yes, Puka Nacua has been playing better ball this season than Jay Jettis, without a doubt. Yes, he has. But he is not a better receiver than Justin fucking Jefferson.
Not right now, not even close.
But has he been playing better ball this season?
Yeah.
Yes. And listen, and you leave it there. And you leave it right there.
Coach, Justin Jefferson also had me and you throwing him the ball.
Yeah, like, look, JSM is playing great ball this season. He's having a great season. And you leave it there. Right
I'm going to tell y'all right now. As far as the audience, y'all listen up. Y'all listen up real close. Justina, you're going to start getting your ass up on this panel. I'm telling you right now. I'm calling your ass out, Justina. You're going to start getting your ass up on this panel because you should be on here. I mean, I see Batty, Brianna, all you guys, y'all need to start putting yourself in the queue and come on this panel sometimes because y'all do know what y'all are talking about. You can have conversations with us. You don't have to know every damn thing. I'm just saying that, but go ahead, Coach. I didn't mean to cut you out.
No, I'm just saying. We just need to appreciate what the athlete is giving us, the show they are putting on, the performance, appreciate their work, appreciate their motherfucking, they grit, their determination, appreciate their skill, and leave it there. Leave it there. Why must we always compare? And then as soon as we get into the comparisons, and this is what really makes me sick, because as soon as we get into the comparisons, the first thing somebody wants to do is try to down the other person to up the other person. If that person is that great, and I said it before, if you're pushing a narrative that something is better than something else, you should not have to put the other thing down. If that thing is better, it should be able to stand on its own merits and just talk about that. I should not have to put down Jerry Rice, say, oh, Jerry Rice had Joe Montana to try to make my argument that Randy Moss is better than Jerry Rice. If Randy Moss is better than Jerry Rice, you just talk about what Randy Moss did. Just talk about Randy Moss, period. Because if he's better, because if he's actually better, if Randy Moss is actually better, then his merits and what he does will speak for themselves. I won't have to put down Jerry Rice to up motherfucking Randy Moss.
And the funny thing about it is what really gets me, Coach, I'm going to add to that. These guys love each other. And the Jerry Rice and all these guys, man, these people talk to each other. They communicate with each other. I mean, we as the fans try to compare them. They don't be trying to do all that shit. Hey, for what? I mean, I'm just being honest with y'all. They were both all-time greats. It is just simple.
And that's another thing. I tell people all the time. The narrative, and First of all, the GOAT wasn't even a fucking term until 1995 when LL Cool J came out with the album. Let's put that there. All right, nobody used the term GOAT until LL came out with his album. Nobody. All right, so that let's put that there. That GOAT conversation, that shit was never a barbershop, First Take, ESPN. Nobody ever used the GOAT acronym until LL Cool J came out with his fucking album in 1995. Nobody, right? So back in the day, when you had a conversation about a great, right? And I remember these conversations with my uncles and them. They would say, "Oh, you know, Terry Bradshaw could throw that ball, blah blah blah." You know, they was, "Oh yeah, but yo, remember the snake? Remember the snake? Yeah, the snake was elusive too. Oh yeah, he was great too. It was never, oh yeah, but he couldn't touch him." And no, it was never that. They just appreciated both of their bodies of work and appreciated they were both great players, and they left it there. Then we got into this Jordan, LeBron, and Jordan, Kobe shit, and all of a sudden this GOAT debate, and all, then all of a sudden rings mattered, all of a sudden this mattered, that mattered, and then you started beating down somebody else to up another person. This shit just makes me sick.
I mean, you know what's funny? You know what's funny? From the first time that I got on TikTok and I started this show, I would get in arguments with people about what Coach is talking about because they would always try to do comparisons. It's really a content creator thing. I want to do comparisons. I get people to talk about it. It is what it is. But what I want to get back to is what it's all started from. JSN is having a great season. Let's leave it at that. I mean, Gonzalez is having a great season. Let's leave it at that. I mean, like the New England Patriots offensive line. I told King State this last night, Coach. I'm telling all you guys this. This game comes down to really 4 components. Both teams' offensive line, who plays the best, and both teams'
If you're just joining us, here's what you need.
Rob, what's going on? Rob, what's going on? You there?
Oh no, that was somebody in his background. Swag. I don't think
I haven't heard Rob talk yet. Rob, what you got on all this conversation, man?
I got a lot, bro. I got a lot. So
Give it to us, Rob. Give it to us.
So I guess I'm the lone Seattle fan up here, or we got a couple of Seattle fans up here. No? Yeah. Okay.
You don't a Seattle fan.
It's a pretty split panel.
So this is my take, right? I ain't want to just jump right in because I heard Coach talking. I heard you talking, but I guess like it's some type of debate going on again with these fanatic Seattle fans. Y'all coming across like the last time.
Those and the New England fans. I ain't never seen about Rob. I ain't never seen so many Seattle and New England fans in my life. But go ahead. Well,
like I said, the first time I came up in the panel with y'all, right? Like I'm not one of those. Like I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I've been watching Seattle since 2002, 2003. But I grew up a 49ers fan, right? So the whole Jerry Rice argument, the whole Deion Sanders argument, the Cowboys 49 rivalry. My pops was into all that, but I was a young boy, you know what I mean? When I got older and I picked my team and I started running with the Seahawks, you're right, there's not a lot of dudes out there, you know, that's repping that shit. And a lot of people don't see their gameplay, right? So like I'm one of the fans that I actually went and got the subscription to see the Seattle Seahawks play because I do live on the East Coast. So I'm very familiar with the team, the schematics, the what-haves, the what-nots, the rivalries, and everything. The first time I came to your panel, I think that the whole discussion was the whole Sam Darnold thing, right?
You know, that was yesterday.
Dude's a choker, dude's this, dude's that. You know, the Jets, he did bad at the Jets. He did bad everywhere he went. He finally got the Seahawks. He finally got to Seattle. Seattle built that man, you know, confidence up, got him playing. And then I was slowly seeing the narrative change year after year and basically game after game about moving the goalposts with Sam Darnold. First, this was he couldn't win. First, he wasn't a good quarterback. He turns it over too much. Then it was he can't win the big one. Mm-hmm. Then it was can he even win the big one and advance his team? So we talking week 18, right? He killed it. They won the division, right? We're talking division
Hey, hold
playoff.
on, Rob. You gotta say unalive. You can't say that. You can't say that key word, bro.
You gotta say unalive. Unalive.
Whoa,
gotta say
Swag,
unalive.
hold on, Rob. I'm
Wait,
sorry to cut you
what
off.
happened? What happened?
Todd Monken
What
is
I
going to be
said?
the Browns head coach.
Who?
Who?
Todd Monken, the former Ravens
Rob, we're gonna come back to
OC.
you.
The AFC North is about to be good this year.
Mike McCarthy.
Wait. Say
Mike
that
McCarthy.
again. Todd Monken.
Yeah, Todd
Yeah,
Monken,
Todd
the
Monken,
former
yeah.
Ravens. Also, by the way, King said you saying Mike McCarthy like that's a bad thing is concerning.
That was me.
All right,
Yeah,
but Rob, I think I know what you was getting at. You right, Sam Darnold. I said right here on this show, Rob. You wasn't on the show. Y'all keep trying to keep Sam Darnold where he used to be. I mean,
Exactly.
and this guy's grown. You know what? It's funny. I gotta say this to you, Rob, because you're so on point with what you're trying to get out. But I gotta say this to all you guys, right? If you knew me and you hadn't seen me in 5 years, the last memory of me is what you're gonna think that it's still the same thing. And then you see me and you're like, you're still keeping me 5 years ago. And I didn't move well beyond that. And it's irritating. And I know it's got to be irritating for Sam Darnold because he's like, you haven't seen the work I put in. You haven't seen the things that I did. You haven't seen the things that I learned. I mean, let's be honest. If I keep putting you in the same position, Rob, if I take you right now and put you in the same position for 6 to 7 years of your life, if you don't get better, something's wrong with you. Like
Exactly.
Something's wrong with you. Coach is an offensive line coach. If I take a young kid and I say, young man, you are big, you're wide, you're this, I'm going to teach you how to play offensive tackle. And that kid has never played offensive tackle. And I'm using this scenario because at one time, somebody told Sam Darnold, you know what? You're a quarterback. I'm going to make you a quarterback. Oh, my God, you can throw the ball. You can really throw it. Now, son, let me teach you about it. Let me get your footwork right. Let me show you how to read defenses. I mean, let's just be honest. When a quarterback comes into the league, I'm sorry, he don't know how to read no damn defense. I don't care how much he has.
No.
I mean, like Mahomes will tell you, I ain't know how to read no defense my first year. I don't know. Those things have to be taught, developed. I don't even know how to look at film. I got to be taught that. I got to be taught all these different things, right? Then as time goes on, I'm going to probably stink up the field. I'm going to probably look bad. Like everything that you start off doing from the very beginning, guys, even in life itself, you're going to be bad. I don't care. You got to learn. You got to be bad before you can be good. I may have the talent, but you got to be bad before you can be good. I got to make mistakes. I got to see ghosts. I got to throw interceptions. But you know what? Every single time I do that, I get better. And somebody take me on the sideline and say, you didn't see him? Yeah, but I thought he was going to do this. No, this guy's playing this coverage, this, and that. When you see this, I mean, did y'all see Philadelphia Eagles movie? Did y'all see the Philadelphia Eagles movie? It's a true story about the special team and Mark Wahlberg played the part.
Yeah.
Did y'all see
Invincible.
I seen that.
Invincible.
right? So do y'all remember the
movie.
part where he's sitting in the dorm room in training camp with a veteran player, right? And the veteran player is listening to him make excuses and this, and that. The veteran player says, look, young man, look, rookie. If his knuckles go white, he's coming. If his knuckles don't go white, he tells him everything that's going on. And then all of a sudden, this guy gets better because of that one statement, because you know something that he don't. Y'all think that y'all see NFL players who stink up the field, or basketball players who stink up the court, or baseball players who can't seem to get a hit. Y'all think these people are the same. They stay back there, they continue to go, and they continue to learn. Jim Harbaugh, when he was the quarterback, when he first came in the league, I never seen Jim Harbaugh actually get to the AFC Championship and play Pittsburgh. Who was going to see that? Because he got better. So y'all keeping.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, Swag. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like the man came into the league in the situation he came into the league. Come on now, I'm old enough to remember the Jets been trash for as long as half the people on the panel straight been alive,
A
right?
long time.
A long time. I think somebody made the reference, Namath was the last like good quarterback. So him coming from college, the dude was on a heater when he was in college. He came out and he was firing. When he was in USC, he was a Trojan. I don't know if a lot of people know that. He took that team to the Rose Bowl and he flamed them dudes. So coming out of the college, right, going into the NFL, he thought he was going to be in a good situation. The Jets organization was trash. That's why I'm saying they discarded this man. They gave that man away for like a 6th-round pick or whatever. But in his journey through the league and the teams he's been on and the people he learned behind, he actually learned behind a Brock Purdy. He actually learned offense reading defenses from Kyle Shanahan, the man he sent home in the divisional that was stopping Seattle to get to the Super Bowl. So if I was like one of these fanatic fans screaming, yo, he gonna do this, he gonna do that. No, what I was saying was the man is still progressing. He's evolving, right? So the more he evolves, the better he gets. But I see people still moving the goalpost. He can't win against the Rams. He can't win the big game. Now they're saying if he don't win the Super Bowl, he's still trash. And I'm like, yo, at what point? I think Coach references like when everybody starts talking about that GOAT shit, that LeBron shit and everything, when did like the season not matter? Why everybody's so infatuated with rings and what you're doing for me like right now? Everybody's forgetting this man was in the 2018 draft with a Baker Mayfield, a Lamar Jackson, and a Josh Allen and made it to the Super Bowl before these perennial quarterbacks. Now, I'm not saying Sam is Josh or Lamar because, they're in their own categories because they got more years on them and they got more playoffs win. But what I will say, the disrespect got to stop, man. At some point, y'all just got to say the man is balling and he's playing good and let's just see. We don't got to do is he a GOAT yet? We ain't got to do that, is he better than Stafford and everything? The man had 2 good seasons he's putting together, 14-3 in Minnesota, 14-3 in Seattle, and got Seattle to the Super Bowl. So it's like at some point, I just want people to acknowledge that whether he wins the Super Bowl or not, and I'm pretty sure he will win it, but if he wins or not, his season is not a bust. So you just can't, like how you just said, Swag, you still can't hold that man in the same regard when he was on the Jets.
Let me tell you something why that frustrates you. It's the same reason why a coach gets frustrated with people trying to make these guys so far elite before they even become good. I mean, like it's the same argument, and I'm going to tell you what I mean. Look no further than social media. Look no further than ESPN. Look no further than, because you know why? The narrative is going to always change. And I'm going to tell you something. It's not just for Sam Darnold. It's going to be for Greg May too. It's not. It's going to be the same thing. If whichever one of these quarterbacks lose, the narratives is going to increase. The narratives will always change for players that people have rolled off, or people that say somebody is not good. They're gonna always change. You got to keep moving the goalposts. You gotta understand something in everything that we talk about, especially with sports. The minute that player proves that they are different than what you said they are, they're gonna change. They're gonna move the goalposts because they don't like the player simply because of what they like and what they dislike. I'll give you an example. Just A-Train can tell you this: Denver and Kansas City. When Denver and Kansas City fans go at it, I guarantee you, it doesn't matter. It's very seldom do you find a Denver and Kansas City fan that can actually look at you and say, you know what? I think you guys got this, or going to be really good at this, or this. It's not going to be like that. We will create narratives just to prove the point. Well, the Denver Broncos went to the playoffs last year, and they lost to the Buffalo Bills. Bo Nix is a bust. He's a bust. I actually heard a Kansas City fan say that he's a bust. I'm like, damn, it's just his first year. Like that, I mean, he's a bust. I mean, and I'm like, okay, Bo Nix got a lot of weaknesses, got a lot of things he got to work on. That's how I'm looking at him. But that's not how most fans are looking at him. You know what? If Bo Nix would have went to the Super Bowl and won it, you know what they were going to say then? They were going to move the goalposts. That's what they do. That's what things happen. That's why coach is saying, Rob, all of you guys, we're responsible to change that narrative because we understand we're talking about football, not necessarily about the talent of a player. Now, I'm just gonna tell y'all right now, and I want y'all to run with this if y'all want to. Just run with this. Can anybody on this panel tell me in these Super Bowl games, we're gonna stay with the Super Bowl game. Can anybody on here tell me who you think gonna be the MVP of this game?
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
In my heart of hearts, in my soul, 100% JSN. If he has a good game, which I believe he will, if that dude plays how he did in the divisional or the championship game, it's either going to be between Darnold or JSN. But
so fuck Drake May. Yeah, fuck Drake May.
So I was actually gonna get to that, King Save. I think
fuck Drake May.
I think it's extremely fair to give a scenario for both teams because, like, regardless of whether or not we think the Seahawks are gonna win, or if you do or don't, whatever, it is fair to give both teams the benefit of the doubt that they can win the team
I
because
love
they got
this
there
energy.
already.
No, it's
so
fine.
what
I
I'm
love
saying
this
is,
energy.
hold on, bro, damn. What I'm saying is, if New England were now, it has happened before and could happen again where the MVP goes to the losing team, but very unlikely. If the Seattle Seahawks win this game, I really do think it will be JSN who gets the Super Bowl MVP. The only other option to me would be Sam Darnold. I just don't see Kenneth Walker. I know somebody said Kenneth Walker down there having as big of an impact in this game because of how good the Patriots run defense is.
Well, but that's the thing. You can say that the offense of the receiving of Darnold and JSN could be the factor and they can win it. I don't know that. I don't know that for sure. Because
what I was going to say is if New England wins this game and how well Drake May spreads the ball around, I don't think it's going to be like JSN where you're going to have a receiver or a running back with super exponential numbers. So I do think if New England wins this game and I had to pick, there's really only one place I see the Super Bowl MVP going, and that is to Drake May.
Well, I mean, you're
Unless
right.
Diggs has the game of his life.
If Keyshawn Booty has a game of his life,
Diggs just happy to be there. He's just happy to be there.
And then just the fact that if not Sam Darnold or JSN, it's Kenneth Walker.
Steven Seagal.
I like I said, I don't see Kenneth Walker having a massive impact on this game just because of how good y'all's run defense is. But if he does, he does. Like I've been wrong in the past, I'll be wrong in the future.
Facts.
King Safe has been wrong in the past, he'll be wrong in the future.
Facts.
Oh Jesus.
Facts.
Facts.
I just love this energy though. I'm keeping receipts like Michael Jordan, Cody.
Look, if you want to go on record, you want me to go on record, I think you guys lose.
WW. Right.
But Cody, do you think? Okay, here's the question for you then: is this a blowout or a close game to you?
I don't think it'll be a 3-point game. That's what you're asking me. I think Seattle's going to win. If I had to guess a margin of victory, I think it'll be by 7 or 10.
Mekhi Lemon is not a Steeler now because you said
he is absolutely going to be.
You just switched to stock, bro. You're just floating.
Even then, bro, if we don't get Mekhi Lemon, just it's either Denzel Boston or Casey Concepcion. So
Casey Concepcion.
Hey, don't hate on Casey Concepcion now.
So, I don't want to talk about Mike McCarthy. I dragged him already.
Understand that whoever's the MVP, you're basically saying who won the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know that, right? Because you can't
That's what I'm saying.
MVP.
I mean, yeah. Malcolm Butler should have gotten MVP if they gave it to Brady. Yeah.
Man, fuck no. Man, fuck Butler, man.
Get
that motherfucker out of here, man.
They gave it to Brady. He was on the sideline.
Fuck that motherfucker, man. Fucking Malcolm Butler. Where the fuck ball come from, B? Like he
Hold on,
would
hold
bring
on.
that shit up. Like we're
Hold on, don't do that, bro. Because that brings back old
giving me
memories.
PSD over here, man. The fuck?
let me ask Coach something. Coach, you there? I gotta ask. No, I'm gonna ask JB this question. JB, you there? JB, you there?
Probably gone.
Yeah.
JB, let me ask you a question, bro. Do you think what was the cornerback name? Y'all help me out. Larry Brown deserved the MVP of the Pittsburgh Dallas game?
Oh hell no.
What?
I'm sorry. Y'all remember Larry Brown?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all remember? If I'm not mistaken, won an MVP for that Super Bowl.
He did.
I mean, the man did pick off 2 passes, and I think he had a pick 6 in that Super Bowl, if I'm not mistaken.
No, he didn't have a pick 6. This dude threw the ball right to him. I mean, like it's nothing he had to do. I mean, like,
you talk about Larry Brown from the Cowboys?
yes.
Yeah, I think he did have a pick 6 in that game.
But no, he got to the goal line. Remember him and scored the touchdown.
Oh, okay.
I remember what you're talking about, but he got to the goal line and he scored the touchdown. So what I'm saying is a lot of people pick Jed saying I think the MVP for this game is going to be either quarterback. Now,
and Swag,
I feel like Darnold can repeat, what he's been doing so far with putting up the numbers as long as he take care of the ball. Now, don't get me wrong. Like I said, I've been paying attention to the ball since college and since he's been with Seattle. So it's like, he can make those mistakes, but the better question is, will he though? And as far as he's been coming, and then what he just did with Stafford, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. And I don't even talk like this all the time, but that was a shootout. That was a real life shootout with Stafford that he won.
Yeah,
put up 3 touchdowns, no interception against a team that they played 2 times prior. And the man had 6 picks within those 2 games. You talking redemption?
MVP though.
Come on now.
I'm gonna say this right. That's a hell of a point, though, Rob. By the way, but I'm gonna say this. King said, Rob, this is for y'all. I gotta hear what you hear about this narrative. I want to hear what you say about this narrative because me personally, I hope like hell this don't happen because if I'm gonna watch the Super Bowl and my team is not in it, damn it, I want the Super Bowl to be good.
You know what you're about to say, Swag.
A lot of people, and right before I got on the live, I got on the live at 9 o'clock. I was almost late because one of my friends called me and we were talking about the Super Bowl, and he was trying to, he was pushing a lot of different things about what he wanted me to say on my show, but a lot of people think it's not going to be close. Like literally, I mean, I don't think that, by the way. But I said the Rams and the Seattle Seahawks were going to come down to the last damn play, and they did. And I believe this game will come down to the last play. Do you guys think that what do you guys got to say to people who believe that the New England Patriots shouldn't be there? And if they're there, they're going to get their ass tore up.
I believe with any given Sunday.
King said, I want to hear what they got to say about this. Because I'm telling you, if you're going to go on panels for the rest before the Super Bowl, that's what y'all gonna be hearing. So I want to know what you guys are gonna say about that.
I said any given Sunday.
And King said, "Don't give me that any given Sunday. I don't want King. They ain't getting away with that with Apostle. I want them to tell them people why that it's not gonna be.
I'll let Ryan go first though, because you know what I'm gonna say. Because yeah, go ahead, Ryan. Go ahead.
All right. Okay. So if I'm up first, I'm gonna say it straight and plain. To the point, I don't really believe New England should have won that game, right? But they did. So, if you're going to play the woulda, coulda, shoulda, if Denver was in that spot, I'll probably be saying the same shit. They probably shouldn't have won that thing either. But the fact that they did and they punched their ticket to the big dance, I don't think that shit's going to be highly competitive on New England's part, only for the simple fact, if you put in all the factors that everybody's been talking about and people that know football know about football, when those big lights come on and the spotlight is on you and you got to put up or shut up, for a first year player with Drake May and them other rookies on that team, that's going to be the first time them boys
Drake May's
being
a second-year player.
Second year player. Second year player.
I want to hear from the Patriots fans. I want to hear from Rob, and I want to hear from Kingsey.
I was saying, I was saying that.
Hold on, Rob.
No, he's saying Rye.
I'm saying Rye. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. My fault. Go ahead.
RY, you want to go, RY?
Rye, you there? He's muted right now.
Yeah, Swag. I'm gonna say what you said I was allowed to say. After we won the Super. None of that matters. You guys could kiss my ass. We're one game away from the biggest game. The whole 40. You know, I heard it all. Like it was 43-8. This and that. The last time that happened, I get it was Legion of Boom, but the last time they were favored to win, we won the Super Bowl. It's going to be a close game. Let's stop with these fake narratives. Just like yesterday, Swag. I don't know why you guys were entertaining the Gonzo and PS2. Why did nobody step in and be like, let's stop talking about this? I was barely on the panel yesterday.
I shut that down quickly.
Good. Yeah, like that's the type of things that we have to analyze, that they're not real football fans and just move on. I feel like we talk about that more than they, you know what I mean? Let's analyze that these people don't know what the fuck they're talking about and move on, you know?
I'm gonna say this because I want to ride to tell me. I'm gonna tell y'all this in my I'm gonna put it in football terms for y'all. The New England defense, a lot of people have been talking about Drake May and the offense and Booty and all those. Man, let me tell y'all something. The New England defense been balling. Like, I mean, these guys are playing some damn good football. I mean, let's be honest. The New England defense wasn't even thought of. The first time I seen the New England defense was against the damn Giants. That's when I actually seen the defense. Now, I'm not talking about watching them play. I'm talking about I actually seen their capabilities. I seen it, and I was like, these boys may have a good defense, and they defense have showed up in the playoffs. Drake May has done his thing or whatever he's done, but this is what I'm watching is that defense can play. When you got look, I don't care who you are. If you got a good defense, you always in games. I don't care what nobody say. The Houston Texans defense kept them in the New England game because, to be honest with you, they should have got blew out long before they finally lost the game. I mean, because their offense was horrible. Their defense kept them in it. The New England Patriots defense, and I think a lot of people, I've seen the different panels, but I ain't heard very many people talk about the New England Patriots defense. And they got to do it one more time. They got to go in there and they got to do it again because Seattle defense is coming to the party. They coming to the party. So New England defense has to come to the party, and they have to come to play. And I'm going to tell you, JSN is a problem. And why is JSN a problem? Well, JSN was a problem regardless. But now, I told King Safe this last night, it is a big problem. And anybody who knows football knows this. If I take, and Tony, you can help me out with this as well. If I take Rashid Shaheed and I put him on a wing by himself, that right there just changed the New England Patriots defense. Because I have to do something about that damn speed.
You got to account for that.
So I literally can just take JSN and put him in the slot right next to Rashid Shaheed, and he can wreak havoc.
Well, then also, Swag, hold on.
Man coverage.
You're missing a third moving part. What about the guy that's been in the league for years and probably seen a lot of coverages and knows where the soft spots in these zones are going to be, and that's Cooper Kupp.
Okay, hold on. I'm not what I was talking about, and that's true. That's true. I'm not taking that from you, Cody. That's true. What I'm talking about is, what is New England? I want to see what New England is going to do to adjust to that, because I said before in the beginning of the show, this is going to come down to the offensive line for the Seattle Seahawks or the offensive line for the New England Patriots. Because I'm telling you right now, both of these secondaries can be attacked. So I want to see who's going to get the pressure on the quarterback. to make things happen that way. King say Drake May can't turn the ball over now one damn time against Seattle. Not once. He will not recover.
Scoop the score.
They feed off.
Score.
We'll see. We'll see.
I'm telling you, King said, don't turn the ball over. Like I'm just telling you right now. I don't believe Drake may turn the ball over in Denver, right?
We did it 5 times against the Texans, which, I mean, you can't go worse than that, right, Swag?
That's true. I mean, like, well, what I'm saying is.
Yeah, but what offense does the Houston Texans have to come?
What I'm saying is, the Seahawks offense, they can score points. Houston offense can't. They couldn't score points. They couldn't score points when they was doing good. I mean, I'm just saying that's a different offense. That's why I'm asking. That's why I'm trying to get y'all to see the points. All these are just points of emphasis that's going to be affected in the game. If Drake May can go into this game and not play hero ball at all, I don't care. If he played like he played against Denver, at some point, your offense coordinator said, you know what? It's 3rd and 18. Let's just bail out of this drive. Hey, if you play like that, and that's a conservative style, he has a chance to win the Super Bowl. If he come out there and he's saying, I got to get it, and here's what makes that possible. Only if, what did I tell you last night, King say? You cannot let the Seattle Seahawks get a lead on you of double digits. In other words, when I said 10 points or more, you can't do it. You gotta stay right there with them, just like you did Denver. I mean, like, in other words, it's 7-0. It's 7-7. It's 7-3. It's 10-7. And if you do that, you guys got a chance to win that game. If you don't, they do have the opportunity to blow you clean out of Levi Stadium. That's how they feed. They feed off that. I mean, if you have when you was watching them, the only team that I seen the Seattle Seahawks defense truly struggle with was the Rams. That's it. I didn't see them struggle with anybody. So everybody else, they just closed out. Like 49ers could not move the ball at all. Like to the point where I just said, I don't even want to watch this no more. Like it's just so I want to see what Mike Vrabel, because here's where y'all have an advantage at. Here's where New England has an advantage on Seattle. Coaching. And I'm gonna tell you why. Mike Vrabel has played in more than one Super Bowl, and McDaniel has coached in more than one Super Bowl. So these guys know how to play in this game. They know how to prepare their players.
McDonald.
Well, who did McDonald? McDonald was in the Super Bowl with somebody?
No, Mike McDonald is our quarterback. I thought you said.
I know. He's our coach, but was he in the Super Bowl?
He was the defensive coordinator for Baltimore for a amount of years, but I don't know if it was the Super Bowl.
I don't think he was in the Super Bowl. I'm talking about Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel played in the Super Bowl, and McDaniel coached in the Super Bowl. So
that's the only reason why I'm not willing to sit up here and shit all over New England. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying fuck him, but you cannot count out Mike Vrabel. That dude can't coach, as we all know he can. But then the flip side of that, McDonald is a defensive-minded coach. So that team named their defense the dark side for a reason. If they get a chance to put them boys in a situation where it's like 3rd and 10, 3rd and long, and they get to pin their ears back, them boys going to go hunt. My rook last week, I said my X factor was definitely Shaheed and E-Man, or rookie.
Emmanuel.
I'm saying, they call him E-Man. I'm saying he's still going to be the X factor in this game, and Cooper Kupp's going to be the X factor in this game. So if New England get themselves in a situation where it's like 3rd and long, and they get to put their packages in the way that it is, and Drake may get to turning that ball over, and that Houston game that they played, I think, Houston did turn the ball over a couple times, right?
They turned it over a lot.
More than a couple.
A lot. Now imagine if the dark side get them hands on them balls from Drake May, what that game looked like.
Well, I got it. But here's what I'm trying to tell you too. I can say that for their side too.
Yeah.
I mean, like everything you said, I can say for their side. And that's why I tell everybody this is not going to be no blowout. This is going to be a close game because the New England Patriots are very opportunistic. They really are. If you watch them, the Denver Broncos moved the ball up and down the field on them in the first 2 drives like it was crazy. And what I seen from New England was they adjusted. Now, the reason why that's important is because Houston couldn't. The teams that cannot adjust to what another team is doing, that's a problem. But Vrabel, those guys over there, they adjusted. And before you know it, Denver couldn't move the ball anymore. It was almost like they was at an impasse or a stalemate. They couldn't do anything. So if you give me a team that can adjust to what you're doing, and I'll give you a team that can give you all kinds of problems. So why am I saying that? You guys came in with a game plan against the Rams, put the JSN in the backfield. You start moving him around to get him open because the last time that you played them, they was able to not stop but slow down JSN, right? The New England Patriots got 2 weeks. They got 2 weeks to say, okay, this is what we're gonna do on defense. And I honestly believe, Rob, what they're gonna come down to the only conclusion: let's get to Drake May. Or let's get to Sam Darnold. In other words, if I can get to the quarterback and disrupt the timing for the Seattle Seahawks, then we can make this a downright ugly game. Now, I agree. Seattle may fit better in a dirty game, but New England may come in and say, because that's the kind of person Vrabel is. Vrabel was part of a defense that shut down one of the most high-powered offenses with Peyton Manning and the Indianapolis Colts. They shut them down. Shut them down. So you know how Vrabel knows how to do that. He knows how to get to his coaches. That's why I say McDonald, the biggest edge that the New England Patriots have is their coaching staff. They coach. It's funny because Kingsey said this back in freaking mid-season. He was like, look, we got serious coaching staff over there. They really do. I won't be shocked if they keep all of them too after this year. They really do, and they're so underrated that nobody. I know I watched yesterday before I had this show, and I listened to panels. Nobody is talking about the New England Patriots defense, and they should, because the New England Patriots defense, you will be able to move the ball, you will be able to score points, and then they'll adjust to that shit. And when they adjust to it. It gets real crazy after that. So this is why I tell everybody, I don't know who's going to win the Super Bowl. I just know it ain't going to be no damn blowout. So all that, the narrative that Seattle Seahawks is going to blow out the New England Patriots, y'all better drop that narrative because right around the third quarter, you're going to start to realize
it's just like how Denver came out and had that nice drive against the New England Patriots. And then after that, New England Patriots shut it down.
I like that's true, Apostle. I like that, Isaac. Isaac said the difference is Drake can run, Donald can't. Isaac, let me share something with you. Go ahead, JB. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
And I'm gonna tell you what I'm talking about. I don't think it matters that Drake May can run. Seattle this is a very, very fast team.
Yep.
Y'all need to understand the Seattle defense is extremely fast. They're fast lateral. They're fast vertical. Now, when I say fast, I'm trying to get y'all to understand. Fast means this.
Sideline to sideline.
A play can go for 9 yards. I catch the ball. I run for 9 yards. They're so fast, you catch that ball for 3 yards, you get 5.
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming at you. Every single yard is going to matter. Because go ahead, Cody.
No, I just saw some people earlier talking about, Barmore and Milton Williams. And I touched on it yesterday, Swag. You heard me talk about how I do think it's smart for New England to go after Anthony Bradford. Sorry, I had to get his name. But Bradford. Because he has sucked all year. He sucks. But to contrary that, if you're loading up the interior, you're putting one of those guys against Gray Zabel. So you got to think they're going to have the center double team in the interior most of the time. because Bradford's been so bad. I know this might be contrarian and a little different. I got confidence that on Gray's able to take on Williams or Barmore one-on-one. The dude's been graded out as one of the best guards all year. I got utter confidence of him to take that dude one-on-one most of the game.
I agree with that.
So if that's the case and you're going to let him give a rookie the big challenge to do that, and I get that, Isaac, but if you are going to go at Bradford, Seattle knows where their weaknesses are. They know better than anybody where their weaknesses are. They're not going to leave Bradford one-on-one unless they have to. And here's the thing. If they're going to have to leave him one-on-one, that means you guys are probably blitzing. And that means Darnold's probably going to get the ball out fast. It's really not going to matter that much.
We'll see.
Sam's been decisive with throwing the ball too. Ball's a
That's
gunslinger.
very true.
So he's not just going to sit back there, 5-6 seconds unless he has a clean pocket. As far as that scrambling goes, my biggest concern, my biggest knock on him all season is that as I'm watching these games, sometimes I'm seeing the pocket clean and he steps out and he escapes. He pulls a straight Houdini. Other times, if he takes the sack, if you take the sack on a first or second, I ain't tripping. If it's a third down and you sitting in the pocket, if Barmore or Williams get back there and that unfolds, they'll adjust to that. They'll be like, get it out. Do your gunslinging shit. As long as he does that, he'll be fine.
We'll see.
What I was saying is that I was actually not sleeping on this defense of New England, because the simple fact is South or not Southgate, but Swag kind of touched on it a little bit, and it goes coincide with my point. You got Mike Vrabel coaching, right? Mike Vrabel is a defensive coach. Mike Vrabel played defense at a very high level. Mike Vrabel he understands the offensive side too. I mean, the dude was scoring best size point. Who did the guy learn to play the position from? I know he got diffed from the fucking Hall of Fame on his first time, which I love it. No. Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick is,
of course.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. Please give me some respect, man. I ain't talked to the whole hour and a half this thing's been going on.
Oh no, I agree with you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Appreciate it. So in my eyes, man, is it's very dangerous. And I know, like if you go look at the Seattle Seahawks, the only thing that they've been hitting on, right, all year, they have 1,000 plus yard wide receiver. You have two other guys that hadn't even hit 600 yards, and the rest of them are 200, 100 yards, maybe 300 yards.
Yeah.
The whole offense has been run through JSN and K9 up until they get into the red zone. Then they go and give the ball to Sharpen 9 and Sharpen 9 pounds a day, right? That with Mike Vrabel, dude, and him learning and being coached underneath Bill Belichick, and Bill Belichick being one of the greatest coaches to take away your top guy and still have his top guy. Like I'm expecting him to take away their strength. He's gonna Mike Vrabel. You guys sleep on that New England defense, and you just look at how they were that the old school New England team was coached when Vrabel played. This is how he's going to do the exact same thing. Expect him to give old Bill a call. Unless they got a bad fucking relationship. But Bill, I said unless. But I guarantee you, man, he gets. They're going to do anything they have to do. I mean, you look at it. Look at the minor detail that just in case it snowed, unless they knew, whatever the case may be, they were wearing all white uniforms. The little detail is how Bill Belichick executed and won a lot of his games, knowing when to to make a challenge, knowing when his player is or the opponent is shoving the ball, and when to make a point of, hey, that was a fumble, that's my ball. You know what I'm saying? He knows, just like Bill did. Bill did the coaching. Bill was great at that type of coaching, man. I think that's where they got
That's detailed situational coaching matters, and people they miss that.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny, JB? I thought you was going to mention it. I was trying to get King State from Ryan to say this. So you take JSN, you double, and you bracket the number 2 receiver, and you push the Seattle Seahawks to look for tight ends and look for the alternate, the running back side of the backfield. And when you do that, what you do is you slow down Seattle. Now we're in a game, we're in a dogfight. I mean, and Seattle has to adjust to that, JB. I mean, when the points you were bringing up is straight, it's spot on, because that's what Belichick did. He just basically makes you play. I know you're better. You're explosive. So I can take that away from you and make you play basically a basic game. Keep it simple, get first downs, and then I take the big play from you. Now it's a dogfight, and you gotta be patient. And that's all that's all Belichick ever did to anybody. I mean, so
did Brady have big numbers in his first Super Bowl?
No,
even his first couple, he had some under 100-yard games and stuff.
And that's why people are pushing this narrative, because if you look at Drake May's second sophomore season and you look at Tom Brady's sophomore season, they're almost a mirror image of each other outside of the turnovers, right? And that's why we're getting these stupid fucking narratives, is because people are going to compare that because their numbers do look the same. Which, if anybody that knows ball knows they are not the same fucking guy.
Yeah, I wasn't comparing his number. I was comparing the fact that, like, I mean, in a sense, his numbers being low like that, but they rode a defense. He rode a defense to win the Super Bowl, right? Like his first couple of years was really on Bill Belichick and his defense.
He was
so my point is with that is I mean, we are kind of looking at a similar situation. I mean, but that doesn't have anything to do with that. That's just speaking volumes on the coaching and the defense. That ain't got nothing to do with Drake May, in my opinion.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you this, JB. I'm gonna tell you this. It wasn't just when Bill Belichick was the head coach. Bill Belichick has been stopping great offenses or explosive offenses for years. He was even doing it when he was with the Giants. I saw
1-2 ships there. 1-2 ships there is defensive.
Shut down the Buffalo Bills' great offense. I saw him shut it down and make them come. Like, I'm gonna make you come. You scored 17 points this game. I'm gonna give you 100 yards rushing, because you know why? If I give you 100 yards rushing, I can keep you from exploiting my secondary, and that is coaching one-on-one. I mean, so that's why I say, y'all get ready. This thing is gonna come down to offensive lines, and this is gonna come down to freaking quarterbacks. Offensive lines, quarterbacks. What I mean by that is, can Drake May understand? And you know what? I need to take this check down. Can Sam Darnold understand? I need to take this check down. Because that's what they're going to give you. I'm going to give you check downs. I want you to move the ball down the field, a lot of plays. And I think that who's going to make the mistake first? That's really what it's going to all be down to. I've seen Belichick and his type of defense do this for a very long time. Now, can Seattle adjust to that and say, okay, that's what you're going to give us? Then damn it, that's what we're going to take. And we're going to do it to perfection. We're not going to turn the ball over. We're going to get first downs. We're not going to do something stupid like go for it on fourth down on our side of the ball. We're not going to do things like that. We're going to just play straight up football, and then it's mano a mano, and it becomes a great game. I said all that, JB, and all that, guys, to get y'all to understand the narrative that this is going to be a blowout. You're missing a lot. You're missing a lot. This is going to be a smash. Oh, I'm sorry, a nail biter. This is going to be a nail biting Super Bowl, and I'm so happy because two things. I think Rob said it earlier. Neither one of these quarterbacks are a failure when they lose. So I don't even think that you can come on the show talking about how certain team quarterbacks choked. I'm not doing that because let's be honest. How many of y'all picked New England and freaking Seattle in the beginning of the year and said that's who's going to the Super Bowl? I mean, so neither one of these guys are failures. They have already accomplished what some point. I'm gonna be honest, and this is not a knock on Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson or anybody like that, but this is a knock on their coaching staff. The Baltimore Ravens probably for 3 years running had top three teams, 3 years running.
Going into the season, yeah.
Buffalo Bills probably top 5, top 4 teams. And you still allowed the New England Patriots to put together a team in one damn year with 30 new players. Now, that's the part that gets me. 30 new players. These players ain't been together. They 30 new players. And put together a roster that can actually get them to the Super Bowl. And you can't do that. All of y'all coaching staff need to be fired. I mean, like, I don't care what nobody say. The Denver Broncos almost made it to the Super Bowl. They were dormant for what, 10 years, 9 years? They were dormant. They put together a roster in 2 years to get them to the AFC Championship. But Buffalo lost an AFC Championship. Baltimore lost an AFC Championship. But Buffalo or Baltimore did not have they had a complete team. The Denver Broncos are starting to put together their offense. Their defense is there, but they're starting to put together their offense. And they still made it to the AFC Championship, but Baltimore, no, Buffalo could do it. Now, and here's why I'm saying this. Because this is going to be a show and it's coming up soon. Y'all window may be completely closed. And I'm because I don't care what nobody say. I get it. Lynn Cohen goes over to Jacksonville, takes them to the playoffs. Well, shit, I'm not impressed. Why? Because Jacksonville made it to the playoffs before, even though they won 4 games. They lost in the wild card. They didn't need their first one and done. I'm not impressed with that, but I am impressed with what Sean Payton has did with this team in 2 years, really 2 years. Because after the Russell Wilson debacle, it was 2 years. What Mike Vrabel has done did in this team in the first damn year. Like, I mean, what McDonald has done with Seattle over the last 3 years. I mean, like, I'm just trying to get everybody to understand. At some point, I'm gonna tell you, and I gotta say this because it's my guy. 1-5 will be back. He coming back. I'm telling y'all right now. The thinking ain't happening. So you think Denver's already they already established and they waiting, right? We can say the Chargers, but can we really say the Broncos?
Nah.
I'm about to say the Chargers is out.
They got Justin Herbert. They got Justin. No.
I mean, if they can adjust their offensive line, if they can get offensive weapon help, then yes, I can think.
So Montana time. You telling me about the Seahawks? You didn't have to tell me about the Seahawks. Everybody on this show was on my show when I told them that the Seahawks was going to the NFC Championship. I didn't know who they was going to play, but I said New England and the Seahawks were going to the NFC Championship. So I'm just trying to get everybody to understand. Y'all need to look around. Is New England going to be back next year? Is Seattle going to be back next year? I'm not saying Super Bowl. I mean, just contending for it. I mean, is Denver going to be back? The Texans, I don't give a damn how good their defense is. They can't seem to get their offense right. I mean, so I'm just trying to get everybody to understand. You may see a whole different group of teams come through there next year with maybe a few that are the same, but
Will Howard.
Will Pittsburgh come back? Will McCarthy, Mike McCarthy come back and just redeem his career? All these different things that we're gonna be talking about.
Is Matthew Stafford going to retire?
Swag, maybe y'all don't know today is the anniversary day that the Chiefs played the Baltimore Ravens on this day.
In the AFC Championship?
Yep.
I like that one. But I'm just trying to get everybody. Rob, I'm so happy that you're back. I asked the question, Ryan. You weren't able to answer it. Okay.
No, I was working. My bad.
Right, no, you weren't able to answer it. I was trying to tell everybody that the narrative they was using, they was pushing that the Seattle Seahawks was going to blow New England out. And I already gave the answer to it, but I'm just saying, do you hear that? I hear that narrative a lot. Do you hear that crap?
I do. I hear that narrative a lot. I mean, that's what, and I say this to everybody that says the narrative of the Seahawks fans or other fans, they'll be like, that's what Texans fans said. That's what the Texans fans said when they were going to blow us out because of that defense. And look what happened to that defense. And look what happened to that game in general.
Hey, Rob, I had a Seattle fan on here. Y'all remember this guy name? He ain't been back since. I had a Seattle fan on here trying to tell me that the Seattle Seahawks was going to blow the Rams out because some fantasy football thing told him that the Seattle Seahawks
Rambo.
I mean, the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, Rambo.
No. He literally said, he said, one of the most all-time top 15, all-time now, top 15 defense. Like, and I was like, are you crazy? The Rams and the Seattle Seahawks are going to be a nail biter. This is going to come down to the last play of the game. The point I'm trying to make is, I'm just going to tell y'all, audience, panel, please don't take information from a fantasy football thing, because that has nothing to do with putting on a helmet. That has nothing to do with contact. That has nothing to do with. Now, I want to know this. Last question of the show. I want to know this. Who do y'all think is going to handle the Super Bowl chaos better? Y'all think New England will handle it better, or do y'all think Seattle will handle it better? Because I'm going to tell you why. This matters. It matters. I mean, if you can't handle that chaos, you go home. I mean, so, and without a trophy, do you think, who do you think will handle that well? What coaching staff do you think will handle that better?
I think New England.
The experience of a coaching would matter, so I would say New England a little more than what the Seattle coaches would do.
Existence. What are you talking about? Seahawks putting belt to ass. Can you tell me anything about that? Can you say? I mean, I get that you say your team is going to win, but you saying belt to ass.
I mean, that's what the Houston. That's what the Houston Texans fans said.
He's actually a Bengals fan.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Let's not start with the Bengals. They got questions since off season too. They got questions.
Did he say though? You say did A-Train that he's a Bengal fan?
Yeah, he's a Bengals fan.
Of course.
I think you need to be worried about the Bengals. Like, I mean, I literally would seek therapy for that organization. I mean, like, it has really nothing to do with the talent, because the Cincinnati Bengals is a really talented team.
Yeah, hey, swag. The Bengals are going to do the exact same thing they've always done, dog. Because they got the exact same. I keep trying to tell people, when you have a owner's issue, that's the issue you can't get away from, because you cannot fire the owner. So when you have an owner's issue, you're just stuck with that fucking issue. You can't get rid of it because you can't fire the owner. Their issue is their owner. The issue is the owner. That's why the Bengals will always be the Bengals, because the owner refuses to change his ideology and change his ways. So as long as the owner stays the asshole, then the team is going to stay ass, and they're going to do everything they're going to do everything they always do. They're going to do everything they always do. They'll be ass for 10, 15 years. They'll make a peekaboo. Hey, we're the Cincinnati Bengals. We still in the NFL. They'll come out, have a good season, and then they'll crawl back up like a turtle, going back in their shell for another 10, 15 years. They do the same thing. Think about it. 82, no, seriously, think about it. 81, 89, 2021.
True, coach.
It's the same shit.
And who knows?
They were voted the worst team of the decade. They were voted the worst team of the fucking decade of the 90s. They were voted the worst team of the decade.
I mean, like it's You know what? My biggest thing is, Coach. This is what gets me, and I really want to get back to the question, but the show has a mind of its own, so I just go with the flow. But here's the thing I want to add to that, Coach. It's embarrassing when I got 2-star receivers, 1-star quarterback, right? I can score on anybody, and I can't stop a single soul. Like it just shows how it is. It's just like it's lopsided. Like we know, because so y'all don't understand.
But swag. What does that remind you of? Chad Johnson, T.J. Houshmandzadeh, Carson Palmer.
No, you know what, Coach? No, Coach. That smell of Marvin Lewis.
That's what I'm saying. But listen, no, we already know. We already know Marvin Lewis was. We already know Marvin Lewis was on some J. Edgar Hoover shit. And he had tape on the owner. That's why he kept his job so long. We already know that.
Exactly. And that's how I feel Zach Taylor's going to be. This is going to be another Marvin Lewis situation.
Marvin Lewis gave Zach Taylor the envelope. Said, yo, dog, ever threatened to fire you? Just let him know I gave you the envelope. You'll be good. Marv Lewis gave Zach Taylor the envelope. Now Zach got it. Now Zach got the envelope.
I think if you're a fan base and you're not a New England fan and you're not a Seattle fan, you shouldn't have no serious about this team, that team, because you're not there. I mean, like, you're not there. I mean,
I'm going through this.
Thank you, Swag. Say it one more time, Swag. Say it one more time.
I mean, existence. I'm not saying that you don't know football. I'm just saying you're not there. I mean, like the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks deserve all the respect. I get it. You may want Seattle to beat New England. You may want New England to beat Seattle. But the fact is, this is objective. You can't argue with this. They are both there. You will be watching them during the Super Bowl. And you can't take that away from. I've said it many, many times. And I'm also going to say this. Y'all been on my show. It's very, very, very seldom you hear me mention the Chiefs at all. The reason why.
Hold on. I'm going to cut you off, Swag. But 1A, he's a certified casual. I'm going to tell you why. When Joe Flacco and them beat us 33 to 31, he was talking about, you see my quarterback? He put up 300 such on you. You see that? Yeah, I told you we were gonna belt to ass you this on the third. And then when we beat them in Pittsburgh, you know what he had the audacity to tell me? Oh, you happy because you beat a 41-year-old quarterback? What the fuck? so he's a certified casual. He's a certified casual, dog.
Yo, 30 years ago today, Dallas Cowboys won the Super Bowl. Just moment of silence. Rest in peace.
Like I'm gonna get you guys to understand something. I want you need to really be looking at your team, because me and Cody's putting together a draft show. Cody is gonna be running it. Y'all gotta be here for that, man. But we wait for that. I mean, so I'm just trying to get everybody to understand. If you are casual, this probably not the show for you. I'm just telling you right now, it's not gonna be a good outcome for you.
Y'all are gonna love the draft show, Swag. I got some.
Don't go to the JB show either. If you're a casual, they're gonna eat your lunch. Like I'm telling you, they're gonna eat your lunch. I've seen them do it. It's not pretty.
Hey, yo, hold on, Swag. You see him in the comments? He said we beat a backup, but that was the same backup that you was bragging about beating me when y'all beat us 33-31.
1A. I have a question.
That's the
you
same
can answer it really quickly, brother. But is that backup still not an NFL player? Not a capable NFL quarterback?
No, but Cody is not that, Cody. He was bragging about that backup putting 300 and something yards up on my defense. How Justin Jefferson, how he picked Jalen Ramsey apart. How he was picking my defense apart. He was talking all that gangster-licious shit on Coach Gibson's show. He was talking all that gangster-licious shit on Coach Gibson's show. And then 2-3 weeks later, when we beat them, here comes the you beat a backup. He's 41 years old. That's the same 41-year-old whose nuts you was swinging from 2 weeks ago. You were just swinging from his nuts.
Damn.
Like, to knock it the fuck off.
Take a breath, Coach. Take a breath. You're arguing with the Bengals in the comments. Take a breath.
Listen, I ain't gonna hold you. These motherfuckers over here at work are pissing me off, and I'm letting them loose on these casual motherfuckers.
But yeah, like Swag say, y'all really don't want to miss the draft show when we do that. I'm gonna be breaking down some of the hotter prospects. Probably won't go too much onto the guys where we know where we're going. Like, I won't talk about Mendoza much. We already know Mendoza's probably going 1. I want to get into the position groups like wide receiver outside of Mekhi Lemon, because he's probably going to – well, not Mekhi Lemon. Outside of Carnell Tate, he's probably going to be the first receiver off the board. But I want to talk about some of the guys like Chris Bell. I really want to talk about Denzel Boston. Want to talk about KC Conception. We're going to talk about a lot of those guys. And I'm going to be honest, y'all are not going to like what I have to say about a certain Peter Woods.
Hold on, it's okay. We ain't gonna do that show right now, Dakota. Calm down. So I know you're ready for it. That's after the Super Bowl, guys.
Dominic, I agree with that, actually.
I mean, and another thing, I want to say something.
And no, he will not.
I want to ask the panel something. Have y'all ever heard of the word gangstalicious?
No.
No. Hell
hey,
no.
All right, listen. I need you to go watch.
Right there.
Listen. No, I need you to go to watch. Listen. Listen. I got the word from the cartoon, the adult cartoon called Boondocks. Right? That was a character. That was a character on Boondocks. One character was Thugnificent, and another character was called Gangstalicious.
Hey, what did Riley say? He said, he, ain't he? Yeah. And that he was my idol. So that make me, don't it? Yeah.
Yeah, Riley. Yeah, see, Cody know.
Come on, man. I'm tapped in.
I got something to say. I want to know, Justina Katz, Brianna, Batty, all you ladies, I'm telling y'all right now. I know Brianna for a fact. I know she was in a all ladies panel and stuff like that, but it didn't go too well. I'm gonna get with JB on this, and you more like your co-sponsor, because you guys need to have a platform where y'all can talk. Because I'm gonna tell you something. I see females on social media talking. I see them talking. And they don't know shit. I'm just being honest. but you guys actually know some shit about football. I mean, like it's so true. I was watching a female the other day, and she had this panel going on, and they were going back and forth between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears, and I heard nothing about football. All I heard was fandom. Like everything was fandom. We hate y'all. Stop coming on my panel. Like, hey, look, it's just for us. So I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna get with JB. I swear, and we're gonna do like a co-sponsor thing, because you guys need to be on here talking about football, because y'all do know what y'all are talking about. And I think I think people will come on your show and they will listen to what you have to say. All that being said, tomorrow morning, I got a show. I'm sorry. Tomorrow's Thursday. That's right. Tomorrow morning, I got a nice show planned for y'all. Friday morning, I'm not going to be. Friday and Saturday, I'm not going to be. I'll be back on Sunday, and I want to have a long show. JB, I might get with you on sponsoring that show, because I want to have a long show, because I got to go through all these coaches. I got to go through all these different changes. The only reason I didn't do it today was because it's so many things changing in the NFL. Just a few minutes ago, we found out somebody was
Todd Monkey
of the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah,
I mean,
expect Jimmy Garoppolo.
Wow.
So I'm just getting you guys to understand this a lot more. But if you really want to talk about football, and you don't want to talk fandom, and you want to hear a panel that really knows their shit, man, y'all need to come check out the Swag Show. Y'all need to go check out the JB. I'm sorry, the Not Move podcast with JB and all those guys and A-Train and all those guys. I'm gonna tell you, A-Train, I was listening to your show. I think it was last night. Y'all don't think y'all was talking about football though, but I have been listening to A-Train show, and I hear some people on there. And what kills me, A-Train, I gotta ask you a question. I don't understand why you don't just crash out on some of those guys. Like
I actually like prefer dysfunction and like craziness on my lives. I love that. Like I kind of love it, honestly.
Right, I'm just telling you, like I'll be like, get him A-Train, get him A-Train.
Yo, hey Swag, Swag. I called you yesterday when JB.
I gotta call you back too, Coach.
Yeah, when JB sent me the joint about Belichick not making his first ballot. Well, about Belichick not making the first ballot, I said, Swag, you're gonna have to bring this up on the show, baby. I said, Swag, you're gonna have to bring this up on the show. I said,
Coach, you know why I did, Coach? You know why I did? Because it's way more to it than people think.
It's a whole lot to it, and I also want to point out, Swag, that people that those scandals, Spygate, what's the name, all those gates, obviously did have merit and obviously did hold water. At least they held water with 10 voters.
I mean, and you know why? You know what's really crazy is y'all may not know this, getting into the Hall of Fame. Okay, so with controversy around you, New England fans, I'm talking to you. One of my biggest pet peeves, King say you know this, is that Lester Hayes is not in the damn Hall of Fame, right? But what's the controversy around Lester Hayes? Sticking, right? It's matter of fact, a lot of Raiders are not in the Hall of Fame because and I don't even think Ken Stabler is in the Hall of Fame. Like
the snake got in, but I don't think Tatum's in.
Tatum isn't in.
I'm sorry.
And yet Torrey Holt's not in the Hall of Fame. Jeez.
I mean, so I'm just saying it's a lot of things going on. Bill Belichick wasn't the first one. It wasn't a first ballot Hall of Fame. He's not gonna get in the Hall of Fame. But what that means is you got to convince 10 voters that didn't have anything to do with you being a dynasty. And I got my own take on it. I'm not gonna do it tomorrow, but I can promise you, Coach, I'm sorry I didn't call you back. I can promise you tomorrow we're gonna get into this because I want to make sure I hear every narrative or everything that I want before I jump off into this because I got my own narratives. But we're gonna jump off into it because if I'm not mistaken, when does Brady come up?
I think next year or two.
Brady comes up. I think in 27. I think 27 Brady comes up, if I'm not mistaken. Because when did he retire? 21 or 22?
22, 23.
Because I'm gonna go on a limb and say I bet you any kind of money Brady is a first ballot Hall of Fame.
Nah, I think him and Gronk are the two that you can't deny.
But since Tom Brady was involved with the
I get that, but so the thing is, right? The NFL. I think those are the two you can't deny. However, there are other guys that were a part of those teams where I can guarantee you. Now, I'm not saying that he's a Hall of Famer. He's very on that borderline. I think he's in the same conversation as like a Cam Newton, Swag, Stephon Gilmore. I do think he deserves votes, but I could guarantee you in terms of the votes that he will get, he won't get as many as you would think because of that.
Well, all I'm going to say is y'all heard it here today. Tell everybody about it. Tomorrow's show going to be wild because we're going to jump off into this conversation and we're going to really get down. I know y'all want to hear about the Super Bowl. We got plenty of time for that. But we got coaching carousels. We got people not making the Hall of Fame. We're going to talk about who is actually making the Hall of Fame, all those different things. But I'm just telling y'all right now, I wasn't shocked. And it goes way back, Coach. It goes way back to the Bill Parcells days. It's a lot. It's a lot to unpack on this one. I actually thought that they would bypass it and let some stuff, but it goes way back to the Bill Parcells days. Bill Parcells days, and y'all may not remember. Do y'all remember Bill Belichick signed on as a coach for the Cleveland Browns?
Mm-hmm.
And we nearly got the one day. Do y'all remember that? So it's a lot of things. We're gonna jump off into this.
Oh, the napkin.
Like it's a lot of things. Remember when me and Coach was trying to tell y'all, some organizations, their history and their blueprint is, I mean, it's just stamped in the NFL. It's you can't get rid of the Rooneys. And you're talking about like the Cleveland Browns, who now is the Baltimore Ravens. I ain't talking about the Cleveland Browns of the new. I'm talking about Cleveland Browns of the old, which was the Baltimore Ravens. All these things play a part because Bill Belichick burnt a lot of bridges on his way to being the guy he became. So we're going to talk about all that tomorrow, guys. Be here on the Swag Show, 9 a.m. like clockwork. This is your boy Swag. Peace.
Have a good one, Swag.
This non-casual podcast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or reused without the authorized written consent of the Not Move Podcast Network. Thank you, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.